It is me.
Yep. Is my computer muted?
Okay. Let's try that.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
All right.
So we skipped out last week.
Yeah.
For anybody tuning in new,
Sweet.
I'm Sallynn Duran with
Brandon Beston.
and we are Spill the Tea, Build the Block.
Yes, go ahead, take my line.
This calls me on this vocabulary.
I know. Yeah.
Along with these extensions.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
yes, we took a couple weeks off.
Yes.
We were talking. Not sure if you heard us when we went live at the beginning, but we're just going to go from the top. So, so last month was April, was Fair Housing Month.
Yes.
And we were celebrating fair housing, and we had a bunch of guests from the different diversity groups. We were able to get a few of the diversity group leaders and members into a special guest last month to talk about fair housing and celebrate the Fair Housing Act of 1968. And this month is May, where we're celebrating mental health awareness and also Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So those are
And we'll be in, not next week, the week after episode, dropping some activities or events that are coming in relations to that.
Yep, exactly. So,
yeah. And I think Fair Housing Month was great. A lot of people learned a lot of information. There's things that they didn't know. One, about our history all over the U.S., second in Colorado. So I felt like it was really good. I even learned a ton.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, and also just like hearing the different experiences from different cultures.
Yeah.
And different backgrounds and walks of life. So, so we've been gone for a couple of weeks. We took last week off, which was a nice break.
Yes.
So what have you been up to?
Just work, all the same things, work, kids, family. My kids are getting out of school in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So navigating that. We have a ton of graduations this summer.
Okay.
And so just...
you have a senior, right?
No, he's going into his senior year.
Okay.
Yeah.
1 more year.
Planning and setting our boys off. They're going to Paris next month with their school. 2-week trip.
Cool.
Yeah. So
do they speak parler français?
Who knows?
That's all I know. I don't know anymore.
One of them, they'd sing in Spanish.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know they did that. So
when I went to Paris, I kept trying to say things in French. I don't speak French, but I would be outside of a business and I'd practice and I'd go inside and I'd speak Spanish.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear
something. I would not. No.
Well, let's hear
I'd be I would try to say parler anglais, which I think is how you say English in French. Again, I don't speak French, but then I'd go inside of whatever the business was, and I was like, parler anglais, which is definitely Spanish.
So I feel like I know Spanish.
Yeah.
Well, when I drink, but I know I know a lot of words.
I get better at Spanish when I drink as well.
And there's only one sentence that I know.
Yeah. Is it appropriate for the podcast?
Yeah. I learned it in 7th or 8th grade.
Okay.
By my friend Myra Perez, if you're watching.
Hey, Maya.
Myra.
Myra. Excuse me.
I did help her and her family buy a house too.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
we
we were
love that.
friends. She taught me. My boyfriend at the time spoke Spanish, so I wanted to learn a sentence or two to say to him in Spanish.
Yeah,
You ready?
I'm ready.
Yo estoy feliz que yo y tú al fin estamos juntos y espero que duremos mucho tiempo. Te quiero, mi amor.
You lost me after you said I'm easy.
No, it doesn't say
Feliz?
I'm easy.
Isn't Feliz easy?
Happy.
What's easy? No say. Okay,
No.
so I don't speak Spanish. Okay, so what did you say?
It's
clearly
something
didn't
like
know.
I'm happy. Something I met you, my love.
Oh,
Something you'll always be, my love. Obviously not.
obviously
true.
not.
Not true,
Good for
but
Josh.
yeah. So imagine me going to France and saying that.
Yeah,
Not the vibes.
not the vibes. Yeah, so that's exciting. So boys are going to France.
Yes. So
Paris.
excited for them.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, you said you've been getting ready for Red Day,
Yes.
and then also movie in the park, right?
Yep.
Those are the two events.
So Red Day, thanks. We'll give a shout out at the end to everybody that gave. I have my list here because
Yeah.
I'm just super grateful for the agents in the office that have helped and given money and funds to raise for this project, but then also just my community of people. Like, yes, I signed up for a big project.
Yeah.
But I'm about making an impact. And when I say our day is to give back.
Yeah.
Like,
We go
let's
big.
give back.
Yeah, I'm
And
excited.
So
I'm so excited.
yeah, no, it's coming together, and I think it's going to be a beautiful space. So I'm really just excited to be out there, and I just owe my mom, Bam, Jimmy, Lucas, my husband and kids, just for my brother, my sister coming
That's
all day Monday with me, today with me, and just helping getting everything prepped for Red Day for agents to show up, plug and play.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I like it.
Good.
Stressed. Losing sleep a little bit, but
Yeah. Well, it's
1 week.
almost over. One more
Yes.
week. Yeah.
Yes. So I think what we decided from last time was we've been talking a lot about real estate tips and things like that. And we wanted to kind of dive in a little deeper on one another.
Yeah.
We'll kind of learn who we are if you don't know who we are, and just dive into we're spilling Sallynn's tea this week.
I know you're in the hot seat. I'm so excited. I get to interview you.
Yeah.
You ready to go? You ready
Let's
to
go.
dive in?
Let's do
All right,
it.
let's do it. Okay, perfect. So Sallynn is not only my wonderful co-host of Spill the Tea, Build the Block. Sallynn's a leader in our office. She's part of the Agent Leadership Council. She's a mom. She's a wife. She's a real estate professional. She's a community leader. But who is Sallynn? Ready?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to start tough. What is your sign?
Libra.
Okay, and what does that mean?
I'm a lucky Libra. Honestly, I'm definitely a Libra.
Yeah.
I'm exactly what it says.
What are the
online and
traits
everywhere.
of a Libra?
Honestly, I don't know. Josh, do you know?
Stubborn.
Speak into your microphone.
Stubborn.
Yeah. Oh, and I forgot we have a shout out. I forgot to before we get back into you. Tomorrow is Josh, our producer's birthday.
Yes.
Josh is going to be the big 4-0, and I'm here to embarrass him. What?
He's
Yes.
stepping
Welcome
into a
to the
new
club.
era.
I don't feel 40, so
Or as I like to say, 30-10.
it's all good.
That's how old I am, is 30-10. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
For his birthday.
Okay.
But I honestly, I know they're like fiery,
Hard workers.
hard workers. They're fun,
Passionate,
outgoing, passionate. Yeah, I know what I read is me to the T.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to drop in the lines, like Google real fast, what is a Libra? It's
That's
pretty
you.
much me.
That's awesome.
My birthday is October 18th. Put it
Yeah.
in your calendars.
Yeah, I know one other Libra, and he's an entrepreneur, hard worker. When he when has a goal, he focuses and gets it done. I think
Yeah.
that's you as well.
Yeah.
So, okay, what inspires you?
My kids, and I think my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Tell me more about that.
so. I think that me and my mom I'm an oldest sibling of two, a brother and sister, and my mom had me when she was 18, so a little bit younger. And I think I've always been her like co-part in life, not so much a daughter, but a co-part. And just seeing her overcome so much and that things are possible and the impossible is possible just inspires me to do better and to be the best mom that I can be, just like she was for us, because I feel like she did an amazing job with her 3 kids. And I think my brother and my sister and myself speak for that. And so I think she's my biggest inspiration. And then why I work so hard is to just provide a better life for my kids.
Yeah.
Like they're the ultimate reason of why I work so hard.
Is there a lesson or something that you learned from your mom that you used as a mom yourself?
Yeah, loyalty and respect. Like loyalty is like the biggest thing. Like you be the voice for the voiceless.
Mm-hmm.
You always do what's right and you don't ever lose your integrity or be dishonest or deceiving. And so I think those are the traits that is like, it's very hard to trust people nowadays, and to find somebody that's a loyal friend is unheard of. And so that's one thing that I think a lot of my friends and family and even clients can say, that sometimes I can be even loyal to a fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like what you're trying to pass down to your boys?
Yeah. I want them to always, I want them to, one thing as I'm learning is I give. And sometimes it takes from my being, but also feeds my soul at the same time. But I would like them to always be loyal friends, loyal to their wives, their kids, their family, and be respectful. You know, I just want them to be kind.
Yeah.
Because I feel like my mom loves everybody, no matter what. And she's crazy and she could be mean, but she's kind. She'll give you her last $20 for real.
Yeah.
And so that's one thing I want my kids to just be accepting of everybody and be kind to the world.
Shout out to your mom. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is your biggest fear?
Cats.
For real? For real?
Yes, for real. My biggest cats are. That's my biggest fear.
Fear is cats.
Yes. My second fear is. I guess we all have our day and our time, but for me to lose one of my kids is like something I like.
I can't imagine.
Death is so huge around my family. I have 14 aunties and uncles, and we've all faced death so much and so random and so young. And so I think just afraid to lose my kids. And I know it's going to happen, but that's like cats
Hopefully
next
not.
to that. I know, but
no parent ever
I want to go before they go.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But then I'm fearful of like, who's going to take care of my babies when I'm gone?
Yeah. Well, you're going to teach them. You're going to do a good job, and they're going to be.
Yeah.
They're going to be able to be strong without you.
For sure.
But not for a very long time.
How does your first fear affect you being a real estate agent?
Oh, good question. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, producer.
So it does affect me because it's embarrassing when, especially like if there's a client I don't know. I went to a listing presentation and I don't know her, going for the first time. She was referred by a friend, and I could, as soon as I walk into a house, I can sense it. I could smell it. I could feel it. I could walk in and look and be like, these people have a cat. It's just so weird. And sure enough, I walk into the house, and sometimes I'll ask before I go, but I walk into the house and I look to the left, scream, jumped. And I'm like, and she freaked out, like, what is going on? And then she goes, I have a second one. Like, I was like, oh, cats, I'm so afraid. And then the second one was like right on the railing.
Oh, and they know when you're afraid.
Oh, yeah. Around. And then I literally hopped right back out of the house.
Oh my gosh.
I know. It's embarrassing. It's so
it is a big fear.
Yes.
Why?
I've never even
why you're scared of cats?
I don't know. We lived on 661 Delta, and we know this because it's an iconic address in my household within my mom. And we used to have a crawl space, and cats used to go and like make babies and live under there. And my family's just not a cat family.
Okay.
So we used to have animal control cages capturing them. And I just think that no offense, or I don't want to offend cat people, but I think they're evil.
Oh.
I think that I'm a good energy reader, and so I can read people, and I'm like, not good intentions, not good vibes.
Oh, they're sneaky.
And I just feel like
they're like mischievous.
Yes, and
but I love cats.
Ooh, no, I've never even been close, like within a 10 feet with a cat, because I get anxiety. I breathe heavy. But I manage with their showings. I wish agents listening, please make in your showing remarks that there is a cat. So I
Yeah.
know that there's a cat.
Oh, you definitely should. So somebody make sure they don't let the door open
Yeah.
or let the cat out or
Yeah. But I let my clients know, like, hey, this house has a cat. I'm going to sit here by the front door unless I know it's not in the house.
Oh, wow.
So
it is it is a big fear.
It is a big fear.
Wow.
I have nightmares.
Any like desire to like try to like
no, I can't even thinking about it gives me anxiety.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll move to the next question then. What is a secret dream of yours?
To be a homicide detective.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
In high school, I did criminal justice. I started in my degree in criminal justice and then switched to human services. But I just have I love the first 48 hours. I've been watching it since sophomore year in high school, and the show still goes on, and it's still my all-time favorite show on Thursdays.
I don't trust people that like those shows.
Why? I'm planning.
Yeah, because y'all are making a plan.
Yes, I know what not to do. I feel like you can't murder people these days because
dang, well, you shouldn't.
Well, I know. But there's so much stuff, but I love investigating.
You like solving the puzzle.
Yes. And so if I didn't have kids, I would 100% be a homicide detective.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would love to be a homicide detective.
The more you know.
Yeah.
You're my co-host. I'm learning so much about you.
Yeah. So if anybody needs an investigator, call me because I do got the skills.
You got the skills.
I'll find out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get into where did you grow up and tell me about your childhood?
So, I grew up North Denver area. I like to say.
Is this table in your way too?
A little bit.
Okay, let's just. Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom has 14 brothers and sisters.
You said North Denver. So
North Denver.
A lot of that's different depending on who you're talking to. If you're not from there.
The newer place would call it the Highlands.
Yeah. Okay.
But we call it the Quig Newton. So literally the projects.
Yeah.
Behind Chubby's on 38th.
Okay.
My dad and my grandma and his family lived there. And so that's kind of where I was born. My mom and dad met when they were 14, 15 years old at North High School.
Okay.
And so my mom at the time lived on 44th and Perry. My dad lived in the projects. Mm-hmm. And so my life at the projects were there until I was about in second grade. And then my grandma moved to 26th and Lowell, my dad's mom. Uh-huh. And my mom, she was with my dad for 13 years, had my sister. They separated. And then she became a single mom. And she had my brother a couple of years later after separating from my dad. And my grandma was a huge part of my life growing up.
Mom?
My dad's mom. Yeah, I was really close to her. Yeah. She helped my mom raise us. And then when she moved to 26th and Lowell, we went to Brown Elementary. I started at Brown in second grade because she lived right across the street, and she helped my mom babysit us before and after school. And so that's the area I grew up in. We lived on 52nd and Lowell. We moved up north as I got older, so North Glen, Thornton area, but still always came to DPS schools.
Okay.
And because my mom worked and my grandma lived down there. Yeah. And so, a single household could be interesting. You take on a lot of tasks of being a co-part, like I said, with my mom,
Because you were the oldest, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And, when you're 18, having a kid, and then you're younger, and then she's been through a lot in her own life, just trying to navigate life back then. Yeah. And I don't know that her support system from her mom was the best. But my grandma gave her the support. My godmother, that passed away, also gave her support, and her older sisters also supported her in a lot of ways. Yeah. But we just went through a lot of trials and tribulations. And, when you see me, I think a lot of times people are quick to say I could be bitchy or snobby. And I've worked so hard to break that image of me, because it takes me a minute to get to know people before I let my walls down. Mm-hmm. But I'm so opposite of that. Once people get to know me, I'm super kind, outgoing, fun. But I think that I have that hard exterior because that's a protection of until I get to know you, I have to put on this kind of don't mess with me. Yeah. And so I think that is a big part of like what I've tried to change, because I'm not like that, and I don't want to be known as that. Like I don't want to be known as stuck up or anything like that, because that's not who I am.
Yeah.
And I think a defining moment in my life was, and kind of defined me to who I am today and the person that I am is, I don't know, not many, some people know this, a lot of people know this, a lot of people don't. But when I was 17, 18, I was in a domestic violence situation in high school, and a lot was happening at the time. My mom was getting charged in a federal case. I was going to be graduating high school. My boyfriend at the time shot me.
You were shot?
Yeah.
Do I know you?
No.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm a real G.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was shot in my back.
Oh my gosh.
The bullet's still in there. It's right next to my spine. And it actually happened through the Cinco de Mayo weekend. So it happened on May 3rd. And so that honestly, the week within May is always a little bit a different week, no matter how long it's been.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a different week, but yeah, he shot me and then he killed himself. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So, learning through that, and this is remind you my senior year of high school.
Yeah.
My mom is going to be having to turn herself into Fort Worth, Texas to do her federal time.
Yeah.
I got temporary custody of my brother and sister. So this all happened like a month before I was graduating high school. And so I think at 18, when all of this happened, there was so much. I think I've always been a mom my whole life.
Yeah.
So when I say that a lot, like I've always been a mom, I've always been a caretaker, and sometimes it's exhausting.
Yeah.
And in the last 4 or 5 years, I've just kind of, who is Sallynn outside of just this caretaker? Like what makes me happy? And so I think in the last 4 years of our life and within my marriage, I've been super selfish, because I'm like, I've always had to take care of somebody or be responsible. I was always older than what my age was, you know? And so,
you had to grow up too fast.
Yeah, I had to grow up fast. And so I just learned to really just appreciate life. And I'm super blessed to be here, because I feel like, I was going down such a rough path.
Yeah.
That I don't know if that didn't happen to me. And then if I didn't get pregnant with my son, the following year after I had gotten shot, that I don't know where I'd be. And so I think he was my saving grace. So my oldest son, he really doesn't understand how much he means to me, because I think he really saved my life.
Yeah.
And he is the reason that I decided to like change my life and change the life that I grew up in, and all that I knew, that I wanted something different. And I think when I got pregnant and had him, I was like, okay, I need to be different. And that's why I enrolled into college, because I was like, yes, Josh takes care of us, but I always wanted to be an independent woman and be able to financially provide for myself and my kid.
All the women.
Yep. That's why I am
Throw your hands up at me.
Yes, that is why I preach, like, I'm so women empowerment.
Yeah.
Because I feel like women have endured so much over the years.
Yeah.
And so I just don't think that we talk about it enough. And I just feel like there's so much power in women and what we can do and create, And so that's why I stand up for all women.
So brave of you to share that story.
Yeah.
Is there any like advice you would give to somebody, if anybody's listening that is in a situation?
Yeah.
Like, is there any advice that you would give to somebody that?
I think that it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to, people say, why don't you leave her? It's a very weird dynamic to ever be in. And it's hard to explain it until you're in it. And I think, unfortunately, it happens so much more than we talk about.
Yeah.
And I see it a lot, even happening in high schools. And I was like, dang, I was in high school going through this. And so it breaks my heart. I just want women to know that you can do it, and not all men hit. And there are brighter days on the other side. You just have to find the courage to just leave and say, I'm worth more. And I know that. And the hardest thing is leaving and breaking that. But that's the best thing you can do for yourself. Yeah. Because I do believe it ends in 2 ways, possibly.
Yeah. Nobody deserves that.
No.
Nobody.
No. So
no matter who you are. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you get out. And once you're out on the other side, it's like the most freeing thing. Get your power back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And reach out to me. Like, I'm here to be a listening soundboard. And I think we're shameful and we don't talk about it and we hide it. but it happens. And I think, people are going through the same thing you're going through.
Yeah.
But,
There's so many resources out there to help people. Years ago, I went to the Rose Andom. Are you familiar with the Rose Andom Center? So they help people get out of domestic violence situations.
Yeah.
I went to one of their galas years ago. I got invited to it by a friend, and so like there's resources out there. Like, obviously nobody knows what anybody's going through, or like nobody can tell somebody what the right thing to do is, but like you have to put yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
You have to take care of yourself, and nobody deserves that.
Yeah. So just go do it. And I think, like, look at me now. I know.
You never would know.
No, I nobody would know the things that I've gone through as a kid, as an adult kid, and I think that's why I say my kids are my inspiration, because my son was the reason for me to like go to college, want better, break generational curses, be there, be involved, and start changing some of those things that happened to me to prevent it from happening to them.
Yeah.
And so all we can do is do better than what our parents did. And that's fine, because there's never a handbook of how to be a parent. Right. And so some people freak out and like might think the worst of my mom, but I was like, no, she was like, her parenting speaks for who we are today. Right. Yeah. So if I didn't go through all those things, I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be who I am today.
Yeah.
So I would do it all again.
Yeah. Okay, so let's lighten it up a little bit. Okay, so you went to college.
Yes.
You went to college after you got pregnant. Went to college.
Yes.
What did you do after college? What was your first career?
So I was a youth case manager. I did an internship at Servicios de la Raza in the youth program.
And tell people what that is, in case they don't know.
Servicios de la Raza is a nonprofit here in Denver that serves. They have like over 5 different programs, from mental health, domestic violence, youth. There's LGBTQ plus a program there, so they have a ton of different programs available for the community to use. And so I did an internship in the youth program, and then I did my second internship in the domestic violence program, and then they hired me on. So I did that. Then I went to Brighton School District, and I was the homeless liaison, working with homeless and foster care students. So I think during that time was my cousin, who was an inspiration to me, had a couple of kids, was able to be there for all the kids' functions, but able to kind of work on her own time. And it seemed like she was making decent money. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I seen a huge need for housing, and seeing kids having to show up at school at 8:30, but they're living in their cars. They're living in the hotels. They're having to go from school district to school district. And so just seeing a permanent need for housing for people Stability. Is what kind of drove me to, my passion is giving back community. Yeah. And that's what I went to school for. And so I was like, how do I do that at a higher level of educating the people that grew up in the same type of lifestyle as I did, that there is opportunity out there, and how do I be that guiding resource to letting the people know that you can do it despite your age, your color, how much money you make, you can buy a home, and how do we provide some stable housing for kids?
That's what led you to become a real estate agent?
Yep. That's what led me to come into real estate. I was like intimidated. I had been contemplating it for like 3 years. I was like, there's no way I could read a contract and understand it. Like self-doubting myself, Mm-hmm. And it's like, nope, I could write an offer like in 5 minutes. I know what.
Now we can.
Now we can.
Well, let's talk about your first deal. So take us back to your very first deal. Looking back now, years of sales under your belt, what would you tell that version of Sallynn? The Sallynn that was doing her very first deal?
You should have never self-doubted yourself, and you did it. Yeah. I was super intimidated by it, but I'm not afraid to ask questions, and I picked it up, and I'll learn. That's one thing, is like I will always pivot and figure it out.
Yeah.
And so, my first deal was a super blessing, and I just remember being so intimidated by the process, and then now it's like, I can conquer any deal. Like I feel like I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're a problem solver, Miss Homicide Detective.
Yeah. Maybe that's what ties. Because if something's not working, just figure it out. Don't panic. Figure it out.
Yeah. There's always a solution.
Yeah.
Okay, so as a Denver native, or I like to say local because my people are not from this land, so I like to call myself a local. So however you identify. But as somebody that was from Denver, you've seen the city change through multiple cycles. How does your deep history with the city change the way you build the block compares to the outside?
Well, I think it aligns perfectly. I think that's why we created the name or the title for this live show, was because growing up in the North Side, in the projects in North Denver, the Highlands, what I knew it to be is very different than what it is today.
Yeah.
And seeing the types of people living in these areas that we grew up with from years and generations upon generations to just be completely different. And all of these people being, either one, misplaced or displaced out of their communities, and maybe even not ever even owning homes there, but still being displaced. Those are the people I want to reach.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it just aligns of like, that's why we're building the block. And when we say the block, for me is like the block, the streets.
Yeah, the community.
And the community. And so it aligns. And so that drives my passion, because I feel I am a native here. And so I feel that drives my passion to just building that community up of the underserved communities and people of color.
Yeah. Okay, so many of your reviews mention how you handle first-time home buyers with so much care.
Yeah.
Why is that specific group so important to your mission?
It takes me back to my mom. We, again, 15 kids, I think one aunt and one uncle owned a home. And all of my aunts and uncles.
Yeah.
And so I remember it being a dream of my mom's, like, one day I want to own a home. One day I want to own a home. But we grew up on Section 8. She was a single mom. So most of her life, she was on Section 8 after she had us. And so her wanting that dream and for her to get out of prison and make that dream happen I was the first person in our family to buy a house. Like my aunt and uncle did, and maybe some of my other cousins, but like within my first family, me and Josh were the first one to be able to buy a house. So to plant that seed. And then my mom was able to buy, my sister was able to buy. And so I think that's why, is because it proves to be people just like my mom thinking that it was never possible. And no matter how later in life she was able to accomplish that goal, I want everybody to buy a home. So I love working with first-time home buyers.
Yeah. Well, and there's so much stability that comes with home ownership, right?
Yeah.
Like, especially with your history of working with homeless youth, I can't imagine, like, that's unacceptable. Like in our country, in our world, nobody should be without a home.
People would be shocked.
Yeah. What people like, what you like about your story. Yeah. Like nobody would know your story because we put all these, we walk out the door, like everything's okay and everything's perfect. And, and it's a way to survive, but nobody knows what everyone's really dealing with. So I always like try to remember, like, because it's easy to like react or like get mad at somebody, or because like somebody makes you mad or cuts you off in traffic. But I always try to remind myself, I don't know what they're going through. Yeah. I don't know what they're dealing with. It's hard, but it's important to remember we're all dealing with a lot.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we're all humans. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I think it aligns again exactly what my calling and passion is. And so I think when Red Day and things like that come up, I get so passionate because real estate, I get to help first-time home buyers, and that's what, pays my bills. Yeah. But also giving back and being in the community and doing community work is who I am.
Building the block.
Yeah, is who I am. So that's why I do it.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Okay,
so when people hear the name Sallynn Duran, what is the one thing you want them to associate with your brand beyond just being a real estate agent?
I think I don't want to be left in this world known as like, somebody who sold real estate. I think somebody that helped first-time home buyers in her community, somebody that worked hard and had dignity and respect and loyalty, and somebody a person that people love to be around and appreciate it. I think that is like what I want. I want people to say like she was a good person. Yeah. And do you ever wonder like who's going to go to your funeral?
No, I don't want to think about that.
We talk about it all, like me and my sister.
Yeah, who's going to be at your funeral?
We're like, do we get to see like who's at our funeral? Like I always wonder Who's
There's only one time we'll find out if we know or not. I don't want to know.
Will you send me a message?
Yeah. Send me a message from behind. Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to be recognized as being somebody that was a good person in the world and good in her community.
Yeah. I like that. I think you are.
Thank you.
Okay, so when we're 50 episodes into this live show, what do you want the listeners to have learned about who you are as a human?
That I'm kind, I'm giving, I'm straightforward, and that I'm honest, I think. Yeah. And that I will, when I say I will help anybody buy a home or any community, I will do that.
Yeah.
When I say I partner up with an organization, I'm going to do full advocacy. So I'm always going to be I want people to know that if I give my word and I say I'm going to do something,
you mean it.
I mean it, and I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Even if it's like drop in the comments a page or flyer, I might take a day or two.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, this was so cool. I'm so glad we did this.
Yeah.
This was such a good idea we had.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been friends and we work together. But like I've learned so much about you today.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah. So kind of just a deeper understanding of like, why I'm so passionate sometimes, why I'm so vocal, because I just learned to always use my voice and never be afraid to speak up. And then why I'm passionate. Sometimes that passion could come off of like me being crazy or mean, but that's just because I'm passionate. I'm real about things.
Yeah.
And so that's just who I am, but I am a good person, and I am, I'll give you my money. I'll give you whatever I can. I'll cook for you if you're going through surgery or whatever it is. Like, I'm going to be a friend that shows up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think I'm my mom's favorite daughter too. The favorite kid.
All right. Should we wrap it up?
Yes.
So you have a bunch of shout outs for Red Day.
So I just want to, again, Red Day, it is next week. Next Thursday, May 14th, we'll be at the Denver Indian Center, and they've been wanting to do this project for years, but never having the manpower or the money to do it. We're creating this big dirt lot space into garden beds to plant native foods, herbs, medicine, fruits, vegetables.
Garden, right?
Yeah, a healing garden.
Yeah.
And so it's a place for the elders to come, one, take care of, two, the community come get food from. And so it's almost probably like over a $6,000 project that we're doing.
Wow.
And so to be able to get community members, community support to come together and raise the funds to do it and the manpower. So I just want to give a big shout out to Bam, him and his family. They have talked to me today. They're going to fully do everything with the concrete. They're buying the concrete, laying the concrete, doing all of that. And my uncle signed up to do us and help us do it. Mm-hmm. And we were trying to get a sponsor or somebody to fund the concrete, but just could not do that.
Okay.
And so that's.
But it's not too late. So
yeah, it's not too late.
If there's somebody out there that wants to help support,
I would like to get
more money is always needed.
Yeah, I would love to get dancers, and I would love to get dancers. Right now, it's not fully in the budget. So that's why I've been pushing for it, because I want to have kind of like a little show for the elders that we're going to serve that day.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, a Fairway Mortgage donated $500. Altura Dentist, $1,500. Wow. Within Hazelbrook, with their Hazelbrook Wages, so that's my mom's program and her team.
Okay.
They gave $200 in funds, but then they connected me with Lowe's, who paid for our cart of $1,400.
Wow.
Working with Walmart and Target to get donations for food and the supplies that we need for the day of.
Okay.
Rocky Mountain Title, my roofing company.
What's the roofing company?
Christian Air Roofing. Christian.
Your roofer.
Yes, Christian and Jonathan Husio. Yes,
I'll drop the roofer.
Yep.
Yeah, reach out to
And they've also been doing all my roof inspections for all my listings before we go onto the market.
Yeah.
So they're a brother and brother-in-law team. So I'll put their information, and they're always been super supportive of our office or whatever we have going on.
Okay.
Prep Right Coding, they gave $500. Shelly with Farmers Insurance gave $250. Donna with First American, she's going to go and do she get a shop for food for us.
Awesome.
And then all of the agents that have given money. Just a big shout out to everybody. So I appreciate everybody coming together and helping us out.
And it's next Thursday.
Next
May 14th.
Thursday.
So if you're interested in donating, or I think it's too late to sign up. Is that correct? Or
too late to sign up, but if they want to
we'll
give
take your money.
Yep. So I will post the Denver Indian Center link, and in that link you can give through PayPal. If there's $20, $5,
and they're non-for-profit, right? So
yep.
We're not tax accountants. We're not CPAs. We don't give tax advice, but it's a non-for-profit, so there may be tax benefits.
Yeah. So you can. It's a 501c nonprofit, so you can give directly to the organization. You will get something that you donated to an organization. So even $5, if
everything
50
helps.
people gave $5, that's a lot of money.
That buys some plants.
Yeah. And if also anybody has a contact for like 9 News or 4 News, I would really love to get a news station out there to
Brian Sherrod. I know you're my friend. He's at CBS. Brian, if you're watching or listening, I'm going to send this to you. I'm going to give you a call.
Yeah. But I think it would just, because this is a big
He does traffic, but he might know somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah.
But we'll post all the information in there, and I'm excited. I have a videographer, Salcedo Media. They're going to donate their time and create and capture a cool video of the whole day.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I'm excited.
I'm super excited.
Yeah.
I mean, I love plants, so I'm super excited to get out there.
Yeah. Even learning some of like the medicine from the native is really cool.
Yeah. So, okay. So, we're off next week because we have Red Day, and we've decided that for May and with the summer, with Pride and all the summer activities, we're going to do every other week.
Every other week
through the summer.
Yep. So every other Thursday we'll be here live. Not the week after next, we'll be talking about Brandon, interviewing him.
I'm in the
hot
seat.
If there's any specific questions you want me to ask him, drop them in the comments. As
I like
always,
asking the questions. I'm nervous about answering the questions.
And I might be a little bit like out there with you. Yeah.
Yeah. So tune in 2 weeks to learn more about me. Make sure you like, share, comment. We'll drop the link. So if you're interested in learning about real estate, if you just want to know if it's an option for you, if there's programs out there that will work for you, we're here to help you with that as well. So fill in that Google link, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Bye. Thanks for
tuning in. Bye, y'all.